Florida Jeanette Nunez. Lieutenant Governor, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Just give us the latest, what you're seeing in the state right now as you go from the storm into the recovery effort.
Sure. Well, good afternoon, Sean. And of course, Hurricane Ian really hit Florida with a 1-2 punch. You saw the Category 4 impact that hit Southwest Florida. Those images are devastating. We are currently under search and rescue operations. We've got many of our urban search and rescue task forces that are going house by house, door by door, trying to rescue those that perhaps were stuck in their homes. And then, of course, you saw it rip through the state and obviously create chaos on the East Coast in the Orlando area. So it is obviously the first priority of the governor is to make sure that we are managing the search and rescue. We've got plenty of federal assets. We've got plenty of state assets. We've got everything from helicopters to high water vehicles. So we are engaging in a very robust search and rescue effort by land, by sea, by air. There will be no stone left unturned. We are absolutely focused on search and rescue, and then the long and tedious recovery process will begin.
In regard to the search and rescue, are you finding a lot of people actually need rescue right now, that they actually stayed in their homes and have been locked down because of whether it's the storm surge or the winds or the power or bridges that are out? If you could speak to that. And also, we've heard some really disturbing numbers in regard to people who have lost their lives in the storm. I don't know if you have any updated numbers on that.
Well, we can't confirm those alleged fatalities, so the governor will be giving a press conference later this afternoon. So he will address that. If we have any confirmation around that, that's obviously a concern for us. But with regards to individuals being rescued, clearly there were those that decided to weather the storm, did not heed the evacuation orders. So we are tediously going through that process and rescuing people that were perhaps stuck in their homes and apartment buildings. One area in particular there's a very limited ability to get in and out, so those operations will have to be done very carefully through boat or through air. So we again are assessing the damage as quickly as possible. We've got the clearing roadways has been a big priority for the Department of Transportation, making sure that not only rescue vehicles can get through, but also again power restoration. That's going to be a big issue for us. I believe the last number I heard was upwards of 2.7 million without power. That is going to be also something that we're going to be focusing on. We've got 42,000 linemen that are on scene, that are actively working as safely, efficiently as they can to make sure you can get power restoration. The other issue is, of course, our healthcare facilities, our hospitals, our nursing homes, making sure those are at the top of the priority list to get those up and running again.
You know, if someone is caught in their home right now, Lieutenant Governor, and they're needing help, what advice do you have for them? How can they actually get someone to come and assist them?
Well, I know a lot of people have been able to get access and be able to report family members or put that into our disaster website. It's floridadisaster.org, floridadisaster.org. If you have a concern of a loved one, of course, our first responders, our sheriff's office, all the folks that are working in this recovery operation are attuned to those potentially individuals being trapped in their homes. So again, we're working fast and furiously. We're working diligently. We have all the resources deployed. We've got all of the assets. We've got more than 5,000 guardsmen and a vast array of local, state, and federal forces.
You know, Lieutenant Governor, you see the best of humanity in some of these crises, right? People helping people, neighbor helping neighbor. But I think there's a lot of Americans out there who would actually like to help in Florida. If people want to help and assist, what can they do?
Well, the most important thing that they can do right now is to support us. Of course, donations are welcomed at our floridadisaster.org. The governor and the first lady both mentioned that website in which they are being able to collect donations. People oftentimes want to send supplies or items. We do not encourage them to do that. We've got plenty of food, plenty of water, millions of gallons of food, a million of gallons of water. And so those are the things that we'll be able to handle in state. But of course, the long, tedious process of recovery. Some people have lost their homes, they've lost their businesses, they've lost it all.
They've lost it all.
So most importantly, if people want to support us with prayers, of course, that's very much welcome. But floridadisaster.org is where they can go, and if they are so inclined to help us with donations.
Lieutenant Governor Nunez, thank you for joining me. Keep up the great work. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.